Hello everyone and welcome back to Scamperton Model Railway. It's been a while since I did an update video, probably 3 to 4 weeks, so it's time for me to bring you up to speed with what I've been up to, which hasn't been a major amount. Mostly the reason being is I wanted to wait till I'd been to the NEC a couple of weeks ago, and I've picked up a few vehicles and other bits and bobs which I will show off. But the other thing I was done is done a bit of modelling in on the layout, so I'll show you that in a minute. But the other thing I wanted to do was also talk about a couple of recent acquisitions. So if I bring you over a bit, and you'll see on screen that on the left hand side we have a GBRF class 66 and on the right a DB Schenker class 66. Now the right hand one is from Scale, the left hand one is from Bachmann. Both were impulse buys, but I kind of just wanted to go for them, and that brings the fleet of class 66 up to 5. So now I can play a 5-a-side match with them. And I just wanted to talk about them. So on the right hand one, this came from a Scale Direct, but had a faulty sound chip, so it went back and it's now repaired and it's been running and it works out the box really well. It's a typical Scale Moco, highly detailed, and does what it says on the tin. The right hand one is from Bachmann and it's the Wensleydale version. Not even Wensleydale, thought I'd get that in. And it's quite an impressive loco. It's similar to a Scale in it has the detachable roof and very highly detailed. I did buy the Rusty Rails thing, little 3D printed covers to go in the gaps to make sure it isn't see-through when you see the screw holding the bogie to the chassis. I wanted to do that because well, it would just irritate me if I saw that, even though apparently it's quite realistic in the fact that they actually do have a gap and you can see through it. But either way, it just didn't like it. But the reason I got this is because I was talking to Underground Eric over at his layout Harefield before he sold it. Or I believe he sold it, if you believe the April Fools or not the April Fools, and it's actually what's happened in his latest video. But anyway, he was talking to me about it, and his friend bought one as well, and it is actually very impressive. It's got some features which are better than the Acura Scale. Chiefly among them is that it's a screw body shell rather than clips, so you undo the screws to lift out the body shell. The other thing I like as well is that I've fitted the buffer beam on the front, and that's a screw, but instead of like Acura Scales where you lift the body shell off and screw it from the top, this is underneath, so it slides in. Now the only thing that I'm slightly it's a bit odd is that unlike Acura Scales, you put the buffer beam on, but it doesn't have the detailing installed on it, so it's not as it doesn't come fully assembled, which is a bit odd considering they've already gone to the trouble of letting you swap the buffer beams out. I don't know why they put the detailing in a bag. However, one of the positives is that if you lose the screws, Bachmann have been kind of included spares. Like I said, I do like the fact that instead of clips it's screwed to the screws to take off the body shell, and yeah, it's a very nice loco. It's been running, so I will continue to use that over the next few weeks and drive it around, and you'll probably see it on running sessions as I start to shift from modelling to just running trains. But overall, yeah, they're both really good models. The only thing I would say is that the only reason I got this is because it was on sale on TMC for 245 quid, and I paid 120 because I traded some items for it. Had it not been on discount, I wouldn't have bought it, because the RRP is 315 and a few months back there were 295, and I'm sorry, but it's not worth an extra £20 over the Accurascale one, despite a lot of people like Iron Horse Railways saying that they run better. If they were similar price, yes, I can believe it and all of that jazz. But, and yes, this is cheaper, but it's only cheaper because TMC and Rails are undercutting everybody else and doing them at really discounted prices. So I bought one, but I wouldn't buy one otherwise. So that's just my penny piece. I'll leave the rest of the reviewing log and all of that jazz to Sammy Trains and his carpet layout. So yeah, but that's just my take on both of these. Really good models, can't really fault them, and yeah, we'll see how they run over the next few months. Back to the modelling, you'll see that I've put green fences in, and I have put some ballast just on the just on the bit behind the fence, and that's drying as we speak. The building has gone in, and that's got the screw fix on it as before, and I have just got a guillotine and cut some paper and made some parking spaces. Now, you remember I mentioned earlier in my update that I bought some stuff from the NEC. Well, these vans are them. Now, I know they're all white, but they won't be forever. I'm just going to tape them apart and remove the paint and repaint them blue or something like that, different colours to give it a bit of variety. But yeah, those are recent purchases. The fencing, like I said, has gone in. That's coming along nicely. Ignore the white strips, they're left over from the car parking spaces. I might put some car parking spaces along there, etc. Not sure, and I'm not sure exactly where to position that tree, but that's going to stay around this area somewhere. Other than that, this area is going to become a drive-in drop-off point for the station. That was from the NEC as well. They were offering free cars by Oxford Rail, and I managed to pick up that one, plus this little Citroen over there that's parked up there. So yeah, that's I'm not sure what to do with that, because it's got, it's Stobart London Southend Airport, so I haven't got an airport, so I'm not sure what to do with that van yet, but we'll see how it goes. The other bit, sorry for dragging you over, the other bit of the area is this. So I went to the NEC, as I said earlier, and went to Bunter's yard, who was there. David already made me, painted up some and decorated some items. So some of the pallets that are in the skipper from Dave, and these storage boxes over at the back are from Dave. And he made me a pallet truck, which I'll zoom in on that one. So that's what Dave from Bunter's Yard made earlier in the month for me. Painted them up. I've got 4 of those. I've only used one, the rest are in the box because they're really fragile. There's going to be some fences that go along there, and I haven't screwed them in, they are there. I need to do that. That's another job. That van is also from the NEC, but again, I haven't painted it yet, so I need to take that apart and paint strip it and then repaint it with some acrylic paints, but that's a job for another day. The barrels are from Bunter's Yard as well, so little things are just making that little scene come to life. I just need to, should really stand them back up again, like so. But yeah, so once the fence is in, that will look nice, and then I'll be able to do some extra ballast around there, and that scene will look nice. The figures are just a Bachmann scene craft set that I've cannibalized and put there, and stuck them on a bit of old point motor plastic, because that's quite sturdy plastic, so that's handy. So yeah, I'm going to move the figures around, but they're just standing there at the moment. So yeah, things are progressing slowly. I'll try and do another update around bank holiday once I've stuck the fences in and done some more ballasting in that area, in this area along here. There will be hopefully some more additions to the station, which I will show off in due course, and hopefully this area along here will come together. I'm going to add some ballast just along here to liven it up. So yeah, nice little short update. Move that over that side, see what that looks like. I'm not sure, which do you reckon, behind the fence to the right or in front of the fence to the left? Let me know in the comments if you've watched this and have an opinion. But yeah, I will leave it here. Thank you very much for tuning in, if you're still enjoying the videos, and I will see you all on the next update. Bye for now.